Okay, so number 21 and 1.2 is just a little bit strange. Like, it's basically a big block of text, right? Okay, and so that text says, imagine you made a list of world record times for a particular event, such as some, well, whatever, in terms of when they were established. Okay, so first things first, I am bad at deciphering giant blocks of text. You guys all bad at that too?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing you want to do is parse it out in chunks. So the first thing they told me to do was imagine that I constructed a list of world record times of something in terms of when they were established, right? So I am going to actually construct a list, well, kind of. I'm going to construct the idea of a list. I'm going to draw this. Right? And this is the very first step you should try for any word problem at all. Draw a picture, even if it's just a smiley face in the corner to calm you down. Okay? I'm not kidding about that. Legitimately, when there's a word problem, draw some damn thing. Preferably one of the things from the problem. Cool? So, I have this is my picture of a list, right? So, what did they say was one of the, like, what was I listing?
World record times.
World record times.
And the dates that they were established.
Okay, so I have like world record times. Like, so there are going to be some times, and maybe this one is like 2.7 minutes, right? And then there's like 2.4 minutes, right? And like maybe others.
There's a pretty good table in the first section of the homework.
Stop. Yeah, and if you're slick, you'll like look around for an already constructed table.
Right, I mean,
Right.
I remember that they asked this same world record times question before.
Okay, yeah, so they've asked a similar question, so you might go look at that table to draw some inspiration for making this thing. What's the other column here?
Dates that they were established.
Dates? In terms of when they were established, right? Okay, cool. So, date established, right? You guys all with me on that? Okay. Now they're going to ask some questions. So is world record time a function of the date when it was established? In other words, if you knew a date, right? From that date, would you get one and only one world record time?
That's not a guarantee.
I don't know, it depends on how precise the dates are, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You guys see that? Like, if I imagined that there was only one world record judge guy, you know, like if there was one person in charge of this, right? They couldn't be two places to establish two records even on the same, like, afternoon, right? You guys see that? Also, how likely is it that there are two record-breaking events the same day? Or the same hour? Or the same minute, right?
That's very possible. Because like certain events, they have it separated into different groups. So
Yeah,
first
so they
group
might
would
have
run,
like two
and then
heats
let's
or
say,
something.
Like, the heat, and the person breaks the world record, and then the next heat, somebody breaks the world record.
There's also
So, but that, right, would be on that day the world record just went from whatever, I don't know.
well, there's also
There's some complaints you could make
there are
about
world records for a number of world records broken in a specific amount of time.
this. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Okay, so I would say for one, or for like, is this thing a function of the date when it was established? I don't know, maybe. You could make an argument that it's not pretty reasonably. You guys see that? Like, definitely if you give imprecise, like if your date is actually recorded in year, then definitely not. You guys with me on that?
On the last table.
Yeah. Okay. And then they just ask you to explain. So all you have to do is, oh, no. They ask you, if so, is this function increasing or decreasing? So if I assumed it was actually a function, like I assumed that there's only one guy and he only measures once a day anyway. Right? Like he's he's got a really cush union job. He just doesn't do 2 record measurements in a day, like, right? So if that was the case, would this function be increasing or decreasing? Like, as time progresses, what's the world record going to do?
Going down.
It's going to go down. Why isn't it going to go up?
Because then it would be a world record.
Yeah, right? Because it wouldn't be a world record if it was slower.
Well, it could be. It could be the world's slowest thing. I'm just saying.
Damn it. No, it's a world record for an event, and then the events they give are like fast things. Okay. And then they ask us, could a world record be established twice in the same year? Like, yes, definitely. Is the world record time a function of the year it was established? So that one they're definitely fishing for a, like, from year, right? If you knew year, is there definitely one and only one world record that year?
No.
No. So it's definitely not a function of year. Might be a function of date if you, like, go precise enough with the idea of a date. Cool?
That was kind of the thing that threw me off about this, is that like it wasn't a function. Like
Yeah.
It isn't a function, but then they kept like pressing it so hard. They were like, if so, and then like started up like another 3 questions.
Yeah, okay, so what if we did, instead of date established, we did exact time established? Right? Like, definitely there aren't 2 world records established at exactly the same time.
Unless that is the world record.
Yeah, that's.